Imagine a world where the unseen is not just a myth but a reality, where spirits and demons move alongside humans, unseen yet influencing everything. In this hidden realm, only a mind sharpened with wisdom and courage can navigate safely, and no mortal did it better than Solomon. King Solomon, son of David, was not merely a ruler, he was a master of hidden knowledge, a bridge between the natural and supernatural worlds. Legends speak of his understanding of the very forces that govern existence, secrets whispered by angels, and the forbidden knowledge of spirits that predated humanity. Today I will take you deeper than any book, deeper than any lecture, into the chamber of Solomon's most hidden triumphs. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to hear is knowledge so secret, so powerful, that it was hidden for centuries from mankind. Solomon's wisdom was not a simple gift, it was a path, a discipline, a training of the mind to perceive patterns invisible to the ordinary eye. He could see the layers of reality, the threads connecting humans, nature, and spirits into a single cosmic tapestry. Some spirits were benign, some mischievous, and others terrifyingly powerful, capable of altering reality itself if unbound. To command such entities requires more than courage, it requires discipline, insight, and an understanding of their essence. Imagine a chamber lit by flickering candles, incense smoke curling through the air, a quiet tension filling the room. Here Solomon stood with his legendary ring inscribed with divine symbols, a key to command the spirits of the Ars Goetia. One by one, the spirits appeared, each with its own form, aura, and voice that resonated with power. Some took shapes of fire, others of shadow, some beautiful and terrifying at the same time, each reflecting the nature of their soul. Solomon did not command blindly, he spoke with precision, asking, listening, and understanding the spirit's motives before binding it. He negotiated with them as an equal, showing that true mastery comes not from fear but from insight. The first of the spirits to appear was Baal, a king among demons, whose knowledge of hidden treasures and secret strategies was unmatched. Baal's form shimmered in darkness, three faces each watching Solomon carefully, testing his mind and will. Many would tremble before such a being, but Solomon's mind was calm, focused, and unwavering. Through words of power and signs of authority, Solomon bound Baal to his will, gaining knowledge that would guide his reign. Next came Agares, a spirit of movement and knowledge, capable of teaching languages of birds and winds, secrets of the natural world. Solomon listened, absorbed, and carefully noted the insights, knowing that this knowledge was the foundation of true wisdom. With each spirit, Solomon learned more, but also grew wiser in discernment, understanding which spirits could be free, which must be bound, and which must be imprisoned. Some spirits were too dangerous to walk free, capable of bending time, influencing kings, and even altering reality. To contain them, Solomon created mystical prisons, structures not of stone or metal but of energy, geometry, and divine law. These prisons were perfect, absolute, invisible to the ordinary eye, yet unbreakable by even the most powerful demons. Within these chambers, spirits could exist without harm to humans, yet they could not escape, respecting the authority of Solomon's wisdom. The process of binding was not cruel but precise, requiring knowledge of rituals, sigils, timing, and the true nature of each being. Solomon's method combined divine insight, spiritual law, and practical intelligence, creating a system of control never seen before or since. He wrote it down in secret books, texts so powerful that even today they are feared and rarely studied openly. As each spirit bowed, Solomon gained insight into the universe itself, the flow of energy, the hidden structures of matter, and the patterns of human behavior influenced by unseen forces. Some spirits revealed secrets of the past, histories hidden from mortal eyes, artifacts lost to time, and civilizations unknown to scholars. Others spoke of future events, potential dangers, and the hidden laws of the cosmos, allowing Solomon to govern not just a kingdom, but the balance of unseen forces. Imagine a world where knowledge of spirits could shape reality, where wisdom could protect or destroy, and Solomon walked there fearlessly. Even when spirits tested him, trying to deceive or intimidate, Solomon's mind remained sharp, his understanding profound. He used sigils, seals, and sacred words, combining intellect and spiritual authority to maintain balance. Some spirits were playful, some cunning, and some outright malicious, yet all recognized the power of Solomon's wisdom. Through negotiation, insight, and the force of intelligence, he created alliances with beings that others could never hope to control. Solomon's rule was not just political, it was metaphysical, a reign over seen and unseen, matter and spirit. Through his understanding, he taught that true power is not domination, but knowledge applied with ethics, insight, and discipline. Each spirit, each binding, and each negotiation became a lesson in the hidden mechanics of reality. And this is the truth hidden in the mists of time, that Solomon's power was absolute not because of armies or wealth, but because of his mind and his understanding of the supernatural. The first of the 72 spirits, Baal, a king of darkness, commanded invisibility and secret knowledge, his three faces always observing, always testing. Solomon approached him with respect, his mind calm, for fear has no place before the truth of the unseen. Next came Agares, a duke of movement, riding upon a crocodile, teaching languages of birds and the flow of winds. Solomon recorded every whisper, every subtle lesson hidden in the seemingly playful words of the spirits. Vasago appeared, a prince of hidden things, revealing the locations of treasures and lost relics, knowledge that could save or doom. Seer, a mighty prince, traversed the world in an instant, bringing the power of foresight and the secrets of far lands. Dantalion, a duke whose 100 faces mirrored the minds of men, taught Solomon the manipulation of thoughts, understanding the desires and fears of mortals. Person revealed the past and future, and the hidden places where treasures slept, while Solomon listened with silent reverence. Marax, teaching astronomy and herbal secrets, showed the cosmic connections between planets, herbs, and human fate. Solomon learned the subtle energies of the earth through Epos, whose appearance was a strange mix of man and beast, revealing the hidden paths of influence. Aim, a duke riding a fierce viper, revealed the destructive powers of fire and the manipulation of perception, showing the duality of knowledge. Each spirit carried a lesson, not merely a power, and Solomon knew that wisdom came from understanding, not dominance. Naberius, teaching arts and rhetoric, allowed Solomon to master persuasion and diplomacy beyond human capability. Glacia Labolas, a mighty president, revealed the methods of courage, war, and subtle manipulation, always teaching through example. Ban, a duke of wealth, showed how material prosperity and spiritual knowledge could coexist when balanced with wisdom. Ronov, a marquis, revealed the subtle language of spirits and the hidden signs of loyalty, teaching Solomon about trust and deception. Berit, a cruel but insightful duke, taught the consequences of sin, betrayal, and the hidden motivations of men. Solomon observed each spirit, noting not just their power but their nature and understanding that true mastery comes from alignment with truth, not mere force. Forcing spirits without understanding led to disaster, a lesson taught by Malphas, a powerful president whose deceptions could trap the unwary. Raum, a great earl, revealed the secrets of theft, loss, and recovery, showing Solomon the subtleties of human desire and possession. Focalar, a duke controlling winds and water, demonstrated the fragile balance of elements and the consequences of unbridled power. Vepar, the guardian of oceans, taught the respect for life and the hidden energies beneath the surface of all things. Solomon's ring, engraved with divine names, allowed him to communicate and bind these spirits, but not through fear. It was knowledge, precision, and understanding that held them. Each spirit had a signature, a sigil that encoded their essence, their power, and their obedience. Solomon combined these sigils with ritual timing, sacred words, and mental discipline, creating prisons not of iron, but of energy and law. These prisons were invisible to the ordinary eye, yet absolute in their effect, containing even the most rebellious of spirits. Furfur, a great earl, revealed secrets of storms and emotional turmoil, teaching Solomon the balance between chaos and order. Marcosias, a powerful marquis, showed the duality of rage and loyalty, a spirit of fire who could illuminate or destroy. Stolas, a prince of astronomy, revealed celestial wisdom, the movement of stars and the influence of planets on human fate. Phoenix, singing like a golden bird, brought artistic inspiration, but also lessons of caution, for beauty can hide danger. Solomon learned the subtle interplay of creativity, knowledge, and restraint from such spirits, each interaction a profound lesson in the fabric of reality. Halfaz, a great earl, commanding weapons and fortresses, demonstrated strategy, patience, and the understanding of human conflict. Solomon never sought to dominate blindly. He observed, negotiated, and aligned spirits with divine principles. Glacia, Labolas, a dual nature of violence and loyalty, showed Solomon that power without wisdom is dangerous, a lesson for all who seek hidden knowledge. Each spirit, from the mightiest king to the subtlest duke, contributed to the tapestry of Solomon's understanding. His written records, secret books of wisdom, encoded methods of summoning, binding, and learning from spirits, a guide lost to the ordinary world. Solomon's mastery of spirits allowed him not only to rule men, but to maintain balance in the unseen realms, preventing chaos from spilling into the mortal plane. And thus, the story of Solomon is not simply one of kingship, but of the perfect equilibrium between knowledge, power, and responsibility. Each spirit's essence, captured in sigils, lessons, and bindings, became a mirror reflecting human potential and danger alike. To follow Solomon's path is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey of intellect, courage, and spiritual refinement. Wine, a king commanding hidden knowledge of destruction and transformation, appeared before Solomon, his serpentine form coiling with unseen energy. Solomon observed wine carefully, noting his influence over secrets buried deep within the earth and minds of men. Befrons, a duke bridging life, death, and astrology, revealed the cosmic laws underlying earthly events, teaching the king that every action echoes in eternity. Uval, a duke known for summoning wealth and influence, demonstrated that material power, when used with wisdom, could serve higher purposes. Hagenti, a president transforming base metals into gold, showed Solomon the metaphorical and literal alchemy of spirit and matter. Crochel, a duke with dominion over water and its hidden mysteries, revealed the flowing energies that connect life, emotion, and hidden knowledge. Furcas, a knight teaching philosophy, rhetoric, and the deep patterns of logic, reminded Solomon that understanding shapes reality as much as power. Balaam, a king with 3 heads, each reflecting a different vision of truth, taught the dangerous multiplicity of perspectives and the necessity of discernment. Alakes, a duke of astronomy and war, showed Solomon the dual nature of strategic knowledge, capable of both creation and destruction. Caim, a president revealing birds' languages and the arts of debate, appeared, his lessons on communication piercing the veil between realms. Mermor, a duke bridging the worlds of the dead and living, whispered the subtle codes of spirits and their loyalty to divine law. Gressel, a minor but cunning spirit, displayed the hidden traps within human ambition, cautioning Solomon that even small forces wield subtle influence. Osei, a president with transformative power, revealed that chaos, when channeled, could birth insight and hidden strength. Amy, a president teaching astrology and science, provided keys to reading the stars, aligning human destiny with cosmic patterns. Orias, a marquis, showed the classification of planets and stars, mapping their influence on earthly decisions and human temperament. Vapula, a duke teaching philosophy and mechanics, revealed the interconnectedness of human innovation and spirit. Zagan, a king with alchemical wisdom, demonstrated the transformation of substances and perception, showing that reality is pliable to those who understand its laws. Valak, a president appearing as a child riding a dragon, taught humility and cunning, balancing innocence and power in Solomon's understanding. Andras, a marquis commanding discord and vigilance, reminded Solomon that danger often hides within the familiar and trusted. Flauros, a duke revealing past and future, showed the cost of unchecked curiosity, his lessons harsh but enlightening. Ronov, returning to teach loyalty and language, emphasized that mastery requires knowledge of both heart and mind. Berith's lessons echoed still, warning of betrayal, hidden schemes, and the consequences of moral failure. Solomon's ring, engraved with sacred names, allowed him to navigate these complex spirits, binding them not through fear, but through understanding, precision, and energy alignment. Phoenix's song lingered, a reminder that beauty and danger often intertwine, and the mind must discern truth from illusion. Halfas, commanding armies and fortresses, revealed the strategy behind conflicts, both human and spiritual. Solomon studied each spirit's sigil, their forms, and their powers, knowing that knowledge alone was insufficient without discipline and respect. Each spirit's essence was a lesson in morality, energy, and influence, tools for those who could wield them wisely. Solomon's texts, hidden in secret archives, encoded the methods of summoning, binding, and negotiating with these spirits, a treasure lost to ordinary men. Each encounter reinforced the principle: true mastery of the unseen requires more than power. It requires patience, insight, and harmony with higher laws. By combining ritual timing, sigils, sacred words, and personal discipline, Solomon created prisons of energy, binding spirits with absolute precision. Even the most rebellious spirits, like Marcosias or Stolas, yielded to the alignment of divine law and human understanding. Solomon's story is not merely legend, it is a map of spiritual balance, a demonstration of the union between intellect, courage, and the unseen forces of the universe. By walking this path, one encounters both revelation and danger, yet the rewards are wisdom, insight, and mastery over self and spirit alike. Thus, the 72 spirits of the Ars Goetia are not merely entities of power, they are mirrors reflecting human potential, danger, and the infinite complexity of the universe. To summon, bind, or learn from them is to step into a world where knowledge is power, but only tempered by respect, understanding, and moral clarity. Solomon's journey is a testament. Mastery over the hidden requires patience, courage, and insight, the very keys to the unseen world.